It changed my perspective on empire because I reevaluate the empire I'm living in instead of the pre-existing thought that the age of empire is gone because of the existing American empire right now. So it's making me evaluate my position in the society that I was born in.
HumeCore has changed my perspective on empire by showing me that there's like definitely another side to empire. It's not just like the people ruling an empire, it's also like the others who've been marginalized, and it's all about like exploring their cause and their story and learning about like how we can bring back like the culture that the empire erased.
I've learned that empire is everywhere. Like, you see it in business and you see it in like everyday life. When before HumeCore, I thought that empire was something of the past, like the Roman Empire, and it's really brought to light that empire is still around and still very alive and will probably never go away.
HumeCore has influenced my thinking because what we would think as artifacts or everyday things we would research, which I thought was limited to poems and writings and very linguistic things, would become more material things. Like we studied in the Incan Empire, we studied literally every aspect of their life using not just script because they didn't have a written language. So my perspective kind of changed on that.
HumeCore has definitely changed the way I think, in that it showed me that there's definitely another side to a story, that like our ways of thinking aren't just one-sided, but there's definitely like another aspect of it that's like rarely explored and that we should explore.
I've learned to be more analytical of everything I see or read. So when I read an article or look at a piece of art, I look for the deeper meaning and what it's trying to get to about everyday life or about the person who made its life, and like what commentary it has on society and how it could influence us as a people.
I think since I started taking HumeCore, I can no longer look at things or read things on the surface. Everything requires in-depth analyzation.
My favorite professor was Professor Chaturvedi because I thought his personal connection to his research was very appealing to us and made us more interested in studying like the Indian philosophy on independence. And I thought that his incorporation into of multimedia, such as his songs from the grassroots bands, was helpful in letting us understand what the independence movement of India was really like.
Professor Block has definitely been my favorite lecturer because, first of all, her humor is absolutely hilarious, and the topics that she talks about are very relevant to today, and it's something that you can easily connect to and like apply to what you hear on the news and all that.
My favorite lecturer so far has been Professor Block because I think that her research is very relevant to things that we see today, and that it shows the truth behind all of what we've seen like in history, all of what we've learned throughout our lives about history. It brings in a whole new aspect that changes everything.
Professor Block was my favorite because she's very transparent, and her lectures like taught me to think about sexuality in a way that I never thought about it, and she was very funny, so that was cool, very relatable, #relatable.
So having the seminar the same day as lecture really helped because usually in lecture I'm terrible and don't go back and to review the notes and solidify the ideas, but seminar helped me do that because of all the lecture reviews we were able to do in class, and we were able to not just review but expand on these ideas.
Seminars helped with my engagement in the lectures by allowing me to discuss ideas with like a smaller group of people, because like when you're in lecture it's sort of like impersonal because you're in this like huge lecture hall, but like with seminar you're sort of like reaffirming what you learned in lecture and you're gaining a better understanding of it, and you're also like being exposed to other people's ideas through discussions.
Seminar really helps to solidify everything and to answer any questions that you may have about lecture or the readings. And we bring up questions that I wouldn't have even thought of in the first place, and we get the perspectives of everyone.
So my seminar leader is Alice, and she allows us to think about the lecturer's arguments in a different way, and she challenges them a lot. So we analyze the text and apply that to the lectures, so that helps engage with it more.
For the rest of this quarter, we're writing a research paper, so I'm expecting to apply all the analyses that we did from the last 2 quarters into this one research paper that's truly a reflection of what I'm interested in studying and interested in researching, so I'm excited for that.
What I'm expecting from the rest of this quarter is for my research project to go smoothly, and hopefully I'll get a good grade on it. Wait, don't include this. I didn't know what to say. And also I'm hoping that in the end of the course, everything just ties itself together, and then I'll find the bigger connection about what empire and its ruins actually means.
I expect for everything to come together and to have a more individualized approach to the course, because now I have to work on the research project, which is an individual thing, and I'll be asking the questions that we've been asking about everything to myself about my research rather than discussing it as a class.
I think the first 2 quarters of this class filled me with a lot of great ideas and concepts, and I'm excited for the research paper because I'm finally able to apply how they've changed the way that I think and the ideas that I have now.